You go higher.
For 21 years, Rudy Corpus has been saving young lives at his organization United Players.
Come here. That's him.
UP keeps kids and teenagers safe from violence, whether they are victims or perpetrators.
You guys ready? Let's go. Come on.
Salvador Villalobos was one of them. He is now working at United Players, helping with one of the organization's programs that involves children.
When I first caught my first case when I was 16, Rudy asked if I can be your case manager. I said, yeah, whatever, you know, it's a free ride to juvenile hall.
Sal's unruly behavior did not stop there. He wanted to run the streets and was battling 3 drug cases by the time he was 18. He began working at UP to show the judges that he was doing something with his life.
Going upstairs to do some homework. It took me like about a year later for my mind to get into the field what I'm doing and what I'm working about youth development and helping the kids out of my neighborhood. So now my heart and my mind into it now.
Case managers at United Players like Rico Remedio reach out to teenagers who might need help. Rico was behind bars at San Quentin, serving as 25 years for being an accessory to a murder. This was when he first met Rudy, who was bringing high-risk teenagers to a program that the prison provided.
He said, man, you know what, I need you out there and help, save the kids in our community, because they're off the hook and, they need a role model who's, been there, done that, and that really cares about, the community.
Rico works with kids at risk of becoming part of the juvenile system. Most have no relationships with their parents.
I had no guidance, my father got killed in the streets, so I had no guidance. I looked at the older kids on my neighborhood as, brothers and sisters.
The biggest challenge is that I have no total control of the kids, They say one thing and they do another. They say they need help, and when help is right there, you can't get them really take advantage of the help that's available out.
Hi. Okay, now about me. Wow.
Rico says that there are gratifying moments that make the challenge of reaching out to these kids worth it.
The biggest joy is like, here's a kid now, 18, young adult. He's out here, free, not incarcerated, not paralyzed because of the bullet, and going to school, trying to get their high school diploma, or has a job providing for their kids.
United Players is all about second chances and creating a safe community for future generations. The father of UP, Rudy Corpus, knows how damaging violence is. Rudy is an ex-gang member who ran the streets of Soma. He has dodged bullets, served time behind bars, and fallen into self-destructive behavior before he built this organization.
Their struggle was the same as my struggle. And so that's me 15, 20 years ago. And so I can relate better.
Rudy wants to give these kids what they didn't feel growing up. The feeling of being loved.
And so all it takes is one person, one little person. It could be my daughter saying one little word to somebody, I love you, that could change somebody's life, that could just blossom into something beautiful.
Rudy does his best to get through to every kid that walks through the door of United Players.
So the battle was not outside, it's inside. You dig what I'm saying? And so if we could get that inside.
But still, some kids fall victim to the violence and temptations of the streets. Some will kill, others will be killed themselves.
There are a lot of kids who I have worked with here who I have told them the choices to make about the things that are in the world, but they continue to do it. Now, some of them got killed, some of them are in prison for life and never come home.
That's Rudy over 20 years ago. And this is Rudy today, focusing on kids and preventing them from following in his footsteps.
There's some badass kids out there making bad choices because I find myself going in circles with them. The good kids, some of them are on point. They know what they need to do. They got all the resources. I want to deal with the prevention ones in the middle who are steering to that way.
Ray Balbaran is Rudy's mentor and UP's longtime consultant. Ray believes that the organization is a good medicine for the people and that the community could suffer without it.
It fights for the community. It's a voice for the community. The people that work here are from this community. They live around here. Their families live around here. You know, so it elevates the community to another standards.
Everywhere we go, people want to know, people want to know.
We're stronger as a community and we do better when we work together. And to me, it starts with the love. And it goes back to, you know, the love of, you gotta, in order for you to change the world, you gotta change you first.
At United Place, they believe that the best person to change the world is someone who lives it every day. They say it takes the hood to save the hood.